In the wake of the pandemic, the child care industry in the United States is facing a mounting crisis. The expiration of federal funds, which provided a lifeline for many providers, has left the industry on the brink of collapse. Before the pandemic, running a child care business was already a challenging proposition, with providers struggling to balance the high cost of operation with the need to keep tuition affordable for parents. However, the temporary relief provided by the federal government, totaling $24 billion, helped to alleviate some of these pressures. The funding, which began in April 2021, provided providers with thousands of dollars a month, which they used to cover expenses such as wages, food, supplies, and insurance. This support was crucial in keeping many child care businesses afloat during the height of the pandemic. However, the funding expired in September, and since then, the industry has been in turmoil. Providers are facing increased costs due to inflation, particularly in areas such as food, supplies, and insurance. At the same time, staffing shortages have made it difficult to recruit and retain child care workers, who are among the lowest paid workers in the country. The changing landscape of child care usage has also contributed to the industry's challenges. Some parents are now using child care less consistently, as they work from home more often or have found alternative arrangements, such as family members or nannies, to care for their children. The impact of these challenges is evident in the data. A recent survey by the National Association for the Education of Young Children found that over half of child care providers are enrolling fewer children than they are licensed to, mainly due to staffing shortages. Many providers have been forced to raise tuition, further burdening parents who are already struggling to afford child care. The Biden administration has proposed $16 billion in additional funding for child care, but it faces an uphill battle in Congress. Some states have stepped in to provide funding, but advocates argue that more federal support is needed to ensure the sustainability of the industry. For providers like Rebecca Davis, who runs a child care center in Arkansas, the situation is dire. Despite her best efforts, she is barely breaking even, with her take-home pay often around $2 an hour. "You do not make a living doing child care," she said. "Why do I do it? Because I love making a difference in a child's life." Without immediate action, the child care industry in the United States is at risk of collapse, leaving families and communities without access to the vital services they rely on.